Everyone knows the VR30 is an amazing engine with insane potential. But if you've been around the Nissan Infiniti tuning world, you know it's been a love-hate relationship until now. Ecutek is about to drop their newest race ROM update, and trust me, this changes everything for VR30 owners. Imagine having full control of your boost by gear, seamless PI integration, and features that rival the most advanced standalone ECUs, but all on your stock ECU. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly why VR30 tuning is about to get so much better with Ecutek's latest race ROM release, what it means for your build, and why this update might just be the turning point for the entire platform. First, let's rewind. The VR30 has been around since 2016, and tuners immediately saw its potential. A lot of people were using JB4s, they're basically piggybacks, tricking the sensors, and using outdated boost hacks just to keep up. Back then, pure turbo cars were hardly even in the 10s, and today, stock turbo cars are doing 10s all day, every day. But in comes Ecutek with their race ROM software. They changed the game by giving the tuners true access to the ECU logic, enabling live tuning, on-the-fly map changing, real-time data logging, and suddenly tuners could dial in timing, fueling, boost control, and even adjust throttle mapping and torque strategies. But it was still missing a few things that would unlock its full potential. It's been frustrating, especially when you see other platforms making power effortlessly and they have all the features that we ever wanted. So fast forward to today. In the future, Ecutek is going to be releasing their newest race ROM update for the VR30, and it includes massive features which everyone has been waiting for. Here's some of the key features. Adjustable traction control strategies, so you can now fine-tune how aggressive your traction control is or turn it off completely for max power runs. So with the advanced launch control, I think that's gonna be a great feature for varying conditions. Let's say you're in the street. I hope this is the way they have it, where you can personally, the end user is allowed to control the traction themselves, whether you want 5% slip, 10% slip, 20% slip. That's gonna be amazing if that's the case. I know the tuner is gonna have a lot to do with launch control, but if we can have the ability to control traction ourselves, because the tuner's not always with us, I think that would be an amazing feature for us to have. There's gonna be custom mapping. So basically what this means, okay, so with Ecutek, you have 4 maps, right? You have, let's say, a low boost map you could have for the street, mid boost map, high boost, and just full on kill map. At the moment, we have launch control, but that launch control, you can only share that launch control throughout the entire all 4 maps. It's a global thing. Now, for instance, when we get these custom maps, you're gonna be able to set up a street launch control. You're gonna be able to set up a track launch control. You're gonna be able to, let's say for the street, you only wanna have like low cooling. You turn down the pumps really low so they don't circulate that fast. And then if you want max cooling, you can put the max cooling on your, kill map, and you'll have, let's say your pump's running at 95% duty cycle. Nothing's gonna be global, everything's gonna be separate. Each map is gonna be custom. We're also gonna have advanced PI integration with Ecutek. Gone are the days of having direct injection only. PI is definitely gonna help us push the car even further. This is gonna help the ECU seamlessly blend fuel, ignition, and boost targets in relation with the motive reflex. We're now also gonna have rolling anti-lag. You're likely going to be able to enable it through the steering wheel by holding down the toggle button, just like you do with the GTR. With bigger turbos becoming the norm now for the VR30, we're getting a lot of lag down low. So this is gonna help bring some of that torque back up in the lower RPMs. Now, fair warning, these engines do not like high torque. You want 600 torque is literally the max, and you want that starting a little higher than the mid RPM range. If you do rolling anti-lag and you're hitting 600 torque at like 2000 RPM, you can kiss your engine goodbye. So use that sparingly. Not only are we getting ECU updates, but we're also going to be getting TCM updates. Yes, we're finally getting transmission tuning for the VR30. Gen 1 VR30s are going to be the first ones to get these. So you can expect second gear launches. Paired that with a high stock converter, leaving at 3800 RPMs, you can bet these cars are gonna be hitting the 360 foots like nothing. And everybody knows that these Jatco transmissions during daily driving, they feel a little sluggish. Well, that's gonna be long gone. There's not gonna be any more delay. Throttle hang is gonna be gone. So your car is gonna feel so much better. It goes much deeper than that. I'm not a tuner, so I can't really explain everything 100%, but this is basically going to separate the men from the boys, and it will give us the leg up. The VR30, I feel, has been restricted all these years, and now we're finally gonna be able to punch above our weight class. If we weren't making these other platforms sweat before because we had limited support, we're definitely gonna do it now. And I know there's a lot of people that wanna run blow-off valves. Well, guess what? Now with speed density tuning, we're not tuning with the MAF anymore. It's gonna be tuned with the MAP sensor. So technically, if you wanted to put some big ass turbos right here, you wouldn't even need the MAFs anymore, and you can run no filter, just like the Superboys. Being able to run speed density, you no longer need filters restricting your engine and robbing you of power. Obviously, you'd want to use a filter if you're daily driving your car. You don't want to get any of that debris inside your engine, but it's going to be an option, just like the big turbo B58 guys, S58 guys, the Coyote guys. You no longer need the MAFs. It's also going to help guys wanting to run long tube intakes. Previously, everybody run long tube intakes. You were getting a lot of drivability issues because the MAFs were getting bombarded by a rush of air from the front. That frequency was getting thrown off all over the place. So with SD tuning, you can now run long tube intakes and not have any drivability issues. With all that being said, you're also going to have a lot of safety features. For instance, I made a video about the oil control solenoid. Now we're gonna be able to monitor and put safety triggers in place just in case oil pressure does go down, something happens with the solenoid, it would avoid catastrophic failure. Now for instance, rolling anti-lag, one thing that I'm super excited about is having the possibility of having a trans brake. Yes, that's in the works. You're finally going to be able to put that higher stall to work with a trans brake. And if you didn't want to use a trans brake, we have the options of leaving in second gear, because we all know first gear, especially on the 9-speed, it is extremely short. It's less short on the Q50 and Q60, but it's extremely short on the Nissan Z, and that definitely hurts your 60 foots. This update isn't just cool on paper, it transforms how tuners can build and optimize your car. Before, a 700 wheel horsepower VR30 was impressive, but risky without adding a ton of math and managing boost and fuel as good as you can. But now your tuner can set boost ramps, ensure perfect PI and DI fueling, ensure all the safety parameters are in place, advanced traction controls, and tailor your driving modes exactly to your setup. This means more reliable power, safer tuning, and features once reserved for $10,000 standalones, all on your stock ECU. This update is going to pave the way for the next generation of VR30 builds. Imagine you're going to be seeing 1,000 wheel horsepower Q50 daily drivers and drag Zs hitting consistent 8-second passes with total confidence. The VR30 platform has always been powerful, but with Ecutek's newest race ROM update, it's finally getting the tuning support it deserves. So if you're a VR30 owner or thinking about joining the community, now is the perfect time. Keep in mind, this update is still in the beta phase, but it's definitely in the horizon. But when it's released, talk to your tuner, because this is only the beginning. Make sure to like if you love seeing the VR30 platform evolve, subscribe for more in-depth tuning insights, and comment below if you're ready to upgrade your tune.